What's going on, guys? So yesterday I just came back from the movie theaters finishing Star Wars The Last Jedi, and I came out of that movie really disappointed. People already made a bunch of videos in terms of why they thought it was a disappointment and it was a fan letdown. Now don't get me wrong, the movie was really enjoyable. I mean, all the CGs, all the storyline telling part was really good, but there's a lot of key things about the story and the characters that they just literally just acts and just killed that was just like, what the F. So in this video, I want to talk about how J.J. Abrams or whoever is going to direct the next Star Wars Episode 9, how they can save Star Wars. So right off the bat, the only way to save this trilogy is to honestly forget about Episode 8. So how can we forget about Episode 8? Well, they can actually start the movie by having the whole Episode 8 a kind of a future projection or a future vision that Rey has. You know, in Episode 7 and 8, she has visions of the future, right? So if they literally start this Episode 9 off of just saying all of Episode 8 was a potential prediction or a potential future that could occur in terms of the timeline, this literally can set up Episode 9 for a complete success. So if this actually happens, how can I guess the director explain, you know, this is just a vision that Rey has? Well, they can just start off by you know, her going like, oh, crap, you know, like all of Episode 8 in a quick flash of like that could happen, and then her quickly going back to key moments in the movie of Episode 8 and actually trying to change it, where like maybe say, let's say Leia actually dies because, you know, the real character actually is dead and they need to really phase her out anyways. Maybe there's a critical decision that happens where instead of, you know, that purple general goes into the ship, maybe Leia actually goes in the ship and she dies. Another way to save the big bad, Snoke, would be where Rey, since she is seeing the future, she actually doesn't get captured, because, you know, if she gets captured, all of this, you know, would occur. That would be actually a failure on Ben's part, and he would get pissed at him, and, you know, something else would happen, and that character would still be alive. Now for Luke, you know, maybe because Leia actually dies with the ship, he doesn't actually go to the planet because, you know, there's no use, because he was really there to actually protect her, to try to save her, to try to give hope for the rebels. But now that because Leia dies, you know, maybe there's no purpose for him to project you know, a ghost or whatever to that planet to try to save it. But maybe, you know, he actually does it, but he doesn't do it to an extent where he actually kills himself, you know, where only, like, you know, the normal stormtroopers or whatever comes in and he just needs to teleport there, get these guys out, and then goes back to his body and he's alive. So that, my friend, is what they need to start Episode 9 with saying that whole Episode 8 was just in Rey's head. Like, just forget about it. Just forget about it. That is how you save Star Wars, my friend. It's just forget about Episode 8. Episode 9, J.J. Abrams, do your thing. Use your characters that you did in Episode 7 and just carry on. Just forget about Episode 8. Alright, guys, I would like to actually hear some of your predictions and whatnot to see how J.J. Abrams can actually turn this around. Well, let's say J.J. Abrams actually rolls with that and say Luke Skywalker is dead, Snoke is dead. What next? Like, how can he like turn this around and actually get, you know, the hardcore fans back, and, you know, how can he make this movie great again with Luke Skywalker dying? Alright, guys, so that is my plot of Episode 9. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below, and until next time, guys, peace.